جرد بس انت حمد
افتح نفسك يطفي النور.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We are happy today to have all of you here at Luxor Museum. And as Dr. Muhammad Saghir said, by luck, he found during the normal cleaning of the court of Luxor Temple, beginning of piece of granite was a beer. And from this time, he started to explore the Luxor cachette. This was in 1989, 30 years from now. We have great honor to have Dr. Mostafa Saghir, the son of Muhammad Saghir, who did the discovery. This discovery carved many names in the golden age of Egypt, like Dr. Muhammad Saghir, Sumaya Labib, many of the archaeologists during this time, and also carved the name of Rais Farouk Sharit and his team. After 30 years from the great discovery, which 26, one of the most beautiful pieces in ancient Egyptian art, his son will talk about this discovery, about this memory, and it will not be only scientific lecture, but he will give us the spirit of this discovery because he was listening to his father about these great days. We have some of the witnesses with us, like Dr. Ray Johnson here. We have many of our colleagues who was sitting and witnessed this discovery. We are very happy that the Ministry of Antiquities and Supreme Council of Antiquities celebrating this event here in Luxor, and many discoveries was running this year and last year, and we are very happy to have this event here in Luxor. Especially we have this object or this beautiful statues in the extension of the cachette in Luxor Temple. Please welcome with me Dr. Mostafa Saghir.
Thank you so much. It's really great pleasure to be here in front of you in this day. And thank you for my colleague, Dr. Momin Saad, about his nice presentation for me. In fact, yesterday we were celebrating the 30 years of discovery of Luxor cachette in the Temple of Luxor. That considered to be one of the most important discoveries in Luxor since decades. In fact, we took this opportunity to put the light on this important cachette and also to tell the story of the discovery, and also to put the light on some of the people who were sharing on that important discovery. As everybody knows that we are celebrating 30 years because at 22nd of January 1989, it was the first day of the discovery of the cachette. Sorry for the numbers, but it comes like that. On that day, one of the workmen who are cleaning the ground of the court of Amenhotep III in Luxor Temple, by accident, he, especially in that part here, He was cleaning all of the ground and something like that. This is normal work that we are doing in the temples. So this workman start to find a block which is buried under the dust. Normally it was something unusual in that part. So they start to clean, and then they found it's a big block which is covered by the debris. Rais Farouk Sharid, who's responsible for all the workmen in that time in Luxor temple, he started to clean, and then he found like it's a shape of square block, which is really in a good condition. And then he phoned Dr. Muhammad al-Saghir directly to tell him about the news of maybe we have something which is maybe inside the court. Immediately he reached Luxor temple, and then he decided to make a kind of specific cleaning for the area where the workman found. Then exactly it was in that place at the eastern half of the court, as you can see, and this picture took on 23rd of January, which is almost like today. So they are almost at the beginning. They just put a rope to divide the area of visitors for the archaeological excavation, and then to start to see all the blocks were found there. Just to understand, this is the plan of the court, and here we can see they make the excavation exactly at the western part of the court. This is the first block that they found in the cachette. This is considered to be a big block of granite, and then it's used as a base to put two different statues in front of each other. Like we have a big statue should be put in the biggest hole, and the smaller one in the other part. This is in details how it was. So this is the first block they found in Luxor cachette. After that, they start to make the cleaning, and then they found also other statues. So at that time, they found themselves like they are in front of a big discovery, which is really could be important. This is a report, the first report written by Dr. Muhammad al-Saghir about that discovery. He wrote at the title, it's a report about finding by chance some objects or some antiquities there in Luxor temple. Of course, at that time he didn't know that there is a cachette or something like that. So he said like a report, small report about what they have been found by chance in that day. This paper or this report wrote exactly at the day next of the discovery, which was 22nd of January, and this report written at 23rd of January, so almost like 30 years exactly from today. He said like during the cleaning, some workmen found that big block, and also start to have some evidence about a big statue of Amenhotep III statue there. That was exactly where the place of the excavation. After that, they decide to make a kind of wooden fence to protect the area of the excavation, as you can see here in the western part of the court. Then they make a kind of course, the drawings of all the excavation there. By the way, he's Mr. Mamdouh Yassin, who make all of these drawings, showing all the layers of and features of the excavation that they found during the excavation. And also, this is a plan and sector for all the details of the statues where they found exactly in that part. Here we have a picture for Dr. Muhammad al-Saghir with his team. In that part we can see Rais Nahas, who passed away just almost like 3 weeks ago. He was one of the technical workmen who were working on that on the cachette. Here they are testing the soil to see how hard it is and to know exactly some information about this part or this layer of the excavation. We can see here one of the first pictures for the statues they found there in the cachette. As you can see here, some of them were lying down on the ground, and of course, this is the biggest statue where Amenhotep III we can see here in the middle, but it was not in that position when they found it. They found it on his side, but now they on that picture they start to move it to be able to bring it out of the pit. Other pictures showing the base of a big alabaster statue of Amun and Mut, dating to Ramses II. It was buried upside down, so here you can see the base itself. And on this picture we have also two members with the team of the excavation. We have Mr. Noor Abdel Ghaffar and also Mr. Ahmed Shawqi. They were the chief inspector and the inspector of antiquities in Luxor Temple during that time. This is the statue of Amun, dating to the king Hormheb, which is come directly from the mud. As you can see, they start to clean the mud around, and we can see in this picture that Mr. Noor are putting the head of the statue, because that statue, when they found it, it was broken. So they bring the head and then they put it over like he found. So this is one of the early pictures for that statue during the discovery. That statue already